Welcome to the Hydra Health Coaches Show, and I'm here with Coach Ryan Marwitz. Coach Marwitz, you're coming off a big victory over, who did you play last week?
Bosqueville Bulldog, another Bulldog team.
Yeah, y'all look pretty good. 55-0 win at Cook and Field. Tell us about what you thought about the effort after watching the film.
Anytime you can bounce back after a loss, after a tough physical loss at Millsap, we had some corrections that we always watch film the day after, and after Millsap game, we watched it and said, if we quit shooting ourselves in the foot, that we can put some drives together and have some production and put some points on the board. The kids bounced back, played confident, they played real fast, and I was real proud of them bouncing back after that Millsap tough loss.
Talk a little bit about your defensive line, because as I remember, there was only one time in the whole game where I thought all 5 linemen from Bosqueville actually had a push. It seems like constantly we were winning the battle of the line of scrimmage. We were getting penetration, and the shutout victory kind of shows that too.
Yes, sir. The D line. We watch us out there in pregame and stuff. You look at us and you don't really think we have much size. Looked across there and you see Bosqueville's got quite a bit of size, but our kids, we always talk to them about keeping their motor going up front. Playing real hard as a D lineman and slanting in your direction and really causing havoc. And anytime those guys up front can do that, it frees a bunch of those guys up on the back end. And we talked the other night about Devin Eanes already having 4 interceptions, and some other guys making big plays in the secondary. It all starts up front. Anytime you can put some pressure on the quarterback and make them make bad decisions, it's definitely a plus.
So us recording this on a Thursday, our junior high has their season opener tonight at Cook and Field. What do you look for from them?
Yes, sir. All 3 teams tonight are going to be playing here in Hamilton. Santo, like many places, they're on water restrictions. Their field, I think, is in good shape, but he's trying to save it for district. So they wanted to bring their junior highs here. It's going to start at 4:30. This is the biggest group of kids that I've seen in junior high since I've been here. That's a good thing, good problem to have, having to order extra helmets and shoulder pads. We've got 31 7th graders out.
Wow.
It's going to be tough. We tell them we only got 7 minutes a quarter, trying to roll all those guys in there and get them plenty of playing time. But really excited about that group. They're fired up this morning. First time to put pads on and go live today. And then our 8th grade group, another good sized group. I believe we have 27 in that group. So we've got good numbers in the lower levels coming up, and really looking forward to those guys tonight going against Santo.
And then you have the JV following tonight, and they continue to roll.
Yeah, the JV came off that tough loss to Millsap, like the varsity. They bounced back last week to Bosqueville and got a big win. Santo tonight, not sure what Santo's JV's like. I got their roster, a lot of younger classmen, 9th graders, a few 10th graders on there. So hoping to keep the JV's momentum going tonight.
So you do play Santo on the varsity level tomorrow in Brock due to those water restrictions you mentioned a while ago. What are you looking for the Wildcats on tomorrow's night's front?
They're coming off a tough loss against Goldthwaite last week. Goldthwaite is a very much improved team from a year ago. But Santo, I told the kids yesterday, they got a lot of pride. They're really good at what they do. They run the flex bone offense. This is the only time all year we're going to see something like this with a triple option. It can be very difficult to defend. You got your D lines got to know their rules and who they're tackling. You got your linebackers got to know who they're tackling. Their secondary guys got to know who they're tackling. Everybody's got a option responsibilities are very tough. You don't see it much. We got 3 days of practice with it really, and hopefully the kids can stay on point, and make it tough on Santo. Defensively, they graduated quite a bit last year. They had, I believe, 10 seniors that graduated last year, so they've got a young defense. But they, like on offense, they've ran the same system for so many years now that they know what they're doing, and they got a good plan in place.
You mentioned a team a while ago that has absolutely nothing to do with this week's game, but I want it on tape. I think Goldthwaite is the sleeper in our district. They're pretty good this year, and when we played them last year, they were 0-9, and they gave us everything they wanted.
They did. You know, last year I kept saying, you know, they're 0-9. I told the kids, you look up there at the boards in pregame, you go, anytime you got state championships up there on the board, then you know that they believe. And kind of like Santo tomorrow night, you know, they got a lot of pride in their program and just in their history and what they expect. And then, you know, last year that was the healthiest game that they had played week 10 besides week 1.
They had some weird injuries.
They had some weird injuries early
Quarterback
on.
got mauled by a dog and just weird stuff.
So I think overall the district is improved. There's a couple other teams that are also have been look pretty good early on in the season.
So keep a side eye on Goldthwaite. We don't play them until week 10, but that'd be a pretty good matchup in Cook and Field this year.
That's right. I'm very thankful we're not going over to Goldthwaite.
Well, that's this week's Coaches Show, sponsored by Hydra Health. They're our newest sponsor. We appreciate their support. Join us next week, and we'll be back later. Thanks for joining us.